wasn't like a Supreme Court ruling. You could do an amendment proposal, and if it got ratified, to say that if 3/5 of the states don't like what DC is doing, 3/5 of the states can say, we're not doing that, and you override it, and it's gone. Now, there's no other movement in this country that can propose such a thing.
That's right.
They talk about the audit and the Republic review. That's all well and good. You're asking Congress, you're asking the Supreme Court, you're asking DC to review and audit what they've done and admit that they've done something wrong and change it. You're asking them. They have no force, nothing like an amendment, a ratified amendment. But they're going to ask the people who did the wrong stuff to change it and make it right. Talk about a pipe dream. You mentioned the pipe dream. That is a pipe dream. To get all those folks in D.C. to say, well, yeah, we did something wrong. We're going to fix it. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. But anyway, you get 3/5. This is just a proposal. 3/5. It could be 2/3. It could be half or simple majority. But you have that debate in a convention, and you talk, what would work here? What would be the right number? And our group, we met just in 2 days, thought that, yeah, 3/5 is a good number. 30 states to say, you're crazy, we don't want the bunk. I mean, what is more powerful than that state's right? I think that's a huge, huge thing. And the next page, you got Scalia. Our opposition on the right says that Scalia was against us. And says, whoa, what if we had a Constitutional Convention, an open one, who knows what would come out of that? And they focused in on that one. But if you read everything in context, he didn't mean it that way. He talked about a limited convention as minimal, if any, negatives that could come out of it. It's a huge thing. I hear the opposition state stuff, and they give you half a quote, and by God, this is going to ruin the country. Well, what's the context? Do you research it yourself? Did you actually look it up? And they're counting on the fact that you won't look it up, because then you'll give them some money. I hate to say it that way, but that's kind of the truth. The bottom part of that Scalia is Ronald Reagan's Department of Justice under Ed Meese, Attorney General. They did a thorough research on Article 5, because that was when the balanced budget amendment was coming through with 32 states. And Reagan wanted to understand it. He said, where did we come down on this? What's the whole history? What's the story? You can read the summary. And it says, just as the Senate and the House, Congress has the authority in the Constitution to limit what they want to talk about and propose for amendments, they say the states have the same right, and yes, they can limit the discussion